Hello all you beautiful cardboard degens. Welcome back to the Old Guy Studio. It's always exciting and always very ominous when my SGC orders show up. This one had a really fast turnaround time. I think I submitted this last month. They got it in their possession on the 18th. They received it on the 18th and they shipped it out on Monday. And I just received it. This is Thursday the 10th. That was like a 12 business day turnaround. That's fantastic. They're almost back to 2024 turnaround times. Before they put up two specials at the same time, and it just completely bogged their system down. Anyways, it's here. I'm super nervous about this one, and it's a 20 card submission, and 15 of these cards I thought had a very good shot at getting a 10. There's about 4 or 5 in here I didn't think was going to get a 10, but I submitted them anyways because I wanted them slabbed, and you'll see why. So I'm guessing, I'm not sure. Anyways, why don't you do me a huge favor, smash that like and subscribe button. It goes a very long way into helping the channel, and I've been seeing a really good uptick in the analytics. So that is fantastic. Thank you. Whatever you guys are doing, you're awesome. Love you. Mean it. When you're done with that, feel free to sit back, buckle up, and prepare to be held verbally hostage for a 20 card SGC submission. And this one's going to be fun. Gonna get my invoice out of there. I don't have any of you degens showing up at my house and eating me out of house and home. I have some good cards in here. I have some okay cards in here. I spent a lot of time, more time than normal, working on this submission because the last one I wasn't really happy with it, and majority of it was my fault. So instead of brooding, I just spent a little extra time on this one to try to make sure that the cards I was sending were the ones I wanted to send. With all that said, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to start off with Mr. Skenes. Is that on the bag? Okay, I'm going to have to rip this open because something looks really weird in there. What a way to start. Now I'm scared. What did they do to this card? I would never send a card with all those. All right, well, it got a 9.5. I can't tell if that's on the slab or on the card. I would never send a, well, it looks like that's coming off. I'll have to look into it. I'm going to put that one aside for now. Got a 9.5. I'm guessing it's just on the slab and I'm seeing things. Next up, we got a Jackson Merrill 2024 Topps Chrome Update. This one looked really good. Got a 9.5. Okay, well, I'll take 9.5s. Ronnie Mauricio. This is someone who just came back from having a really bad knee injury and lots of complications. This kid has all the talent in the world, and he's back up and playing. He's doing okay, and I pulled this, had it kicking around. It looked really good. And 10 on the auto, which is almost impossible to Ronnie Mauricio. If anybody knows his autographs, he signs all over the place. He usually goes outside the sticker, but only got a 9.5. I'm not sure what I missed on this one. I legit don't know what I missed. Anyways, it's another 9.5. We'll take it. 19.5, I guess, with the auto. This is Elly De La Cruz. This is going to be a pink foil. And this is going to be the training grounds. I really like the look of this. I love Elly De La Cruz, as who doesn't? And I thought this one had a good shot at gemming. And foils are really tough. And this one also got a 9.5. Uh-oh. Are we going to be on that 9.5 kick again? This was one of the ones that I was not sure, and it's probably because of that, and I should have brought my notes over here. But there was that one little issue with the corner, but I thought it was good enough to get through. It was not. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 2024. This was the aqua from the Fanatics exclusive boxes. I wish they would bring these back. I really love these cards. This card looked really, really, really good. And it was really good. Got a 10. Fantastic. Well, we started slow. Hopefully we can finish strong. Another Fanatics exclusive aqua. And this one is the Far East Faves. So that's Yamamoto and Ohtani, and anything with Ohtani on it's fantastic. Thought this one looked really good too. And they agreed. All right, well, 10s are picking up. I like that. Let's see what else we got over here. Okay, I sent a couple of these in. And these 2024 update. This is Trout and Ohtani. And anything with Ohtani, and the card looks good, I'm sending it in. And they thought it looked pretty good too. So we're building up that 10 stack. Like it. All right, this is going to be another one. Same card, except this one's in gold. This one was a little bit off-centered left-right. And I thought it might be enough to get a 10. And if it doesn't, it'll probably be a 9.5. And it's a 9.5. I figured. I thought that was right on the cusp, 45, 55. And I thought it was good enough to get through. Because I thought the back centering looked really good too. But evidently it was off just enough to get a 9.5. So we were close. All right. I was super psyched to pull this. This is a really rare pull. This is the 2025 Bowman Retro Logo Foil. And this is the only one I've seen. It's a foil. Foils are really hard to grade. I thought this looked good enough to get a 10. And I don't see any issues on it. And evidently, I must have missed something. I really thought this was going to get a 10. I don't see anything, so I must have missed something. Well, another one to the 9.5 pile. And here's one of the ones that I did not think would get a 10. The card itself was fantastic. Legit. Edges, corners, centering, all looked great. And there was a tiny little stain right down there. And it's a paper card. I wasn't even going to attempt to try to remove it because I didn't want to ruin the card. If this was like a chrome card, I'd just, dab an eyeglass, the little eyeglass gloss you use, and just dab it in water and wipe that off. But I was not even going to attempt to wipe this off on a paper card. I was scared it was going to smudge. So let's see what it says. 9.5. That little spot down there did it, because if you can look at this card's beautiful. It looked great. I don't know where all this dust is coming from. Hope that's not inside the case. The card was beautiful. Just that one tiny little spot, and that's a bummer. They didn't grade as auto because it was a little light. You see where that cross is right there? That's enough to not get a 10. And SGC will only grade the auto if it's a 10. If it's not a 10, they don't grade it. You don't have to pay extra for it. It's just part of their deal. So that was a bummer. I had an idea that one was going to get a 9.5. However, I still wanted it graded because the card's awesome. Okay, this was on the road to opening day. And I bought the Nationals and I got Arizona. And I hit the jackpot in both. I got James Wood for the Nationals, black out of 10, and I got a Corbin Carroll for Arizona, black out of 10. This one looked amazing, so I sent it off because blacks are hard to grade, just because it's so easy to see any issues like chipping on the foil or anything. Any dark blue, black, that's probably really the only two colors that have issues. And awesome, 10. This card looked perfect. As with a lot of Topps Now cards do, they have a foil on the back and it really protects the card. And this one just looked amazing. And must have a lot of shipping dust or something on there. That is probably going to be my favorite card of the submission. And I'm super happy for that one. Going to leave that one right there for now. Next up, another James Wood. This one had a tiny little issue at the bottom. It was a tiny little speck, and there was I didn't even attempt to clean it off because I wasn't going to mess with the card. And probably going to get a 9.5, and I hope that's as low as it goes. Still could get a 10. I mean, the card's centered and everything else is great. There's just that tiny little speck, and it wouldn't rub out, so I was not going to use water or anything on it, and it was a 9.5. It was close. The card was in great shape. Just that tiny speck, and there was like a little like a bump in the print at the bottom. I don't know if I can pick it up, but there were two tiny little issues, and it was enough for me to think that this was going to get a 9.5, and I sent it anyways because I love James Wood and I wanted the card graded. So that's 2 out of the 4 that I expected to not get good grades. Nick Kurtz, 2025 Tops Now. This is gold. This was his first MLB. His first MLB, yeah, first home run in his yeah. I'm exhausted today, so I apologize. Anyways, let's see what we got. And a 10. That is awesome. These Tops Now cards grade so well. And if you do get lucky enough to get a parallel, you have a good shot at getting a 10. And I apologize for being exhausted. Just couldn't sleep last night. Sinuses were just like, yeah, no. All right, anyways, another Tops Now. Ha-Seong Kim. And super excited for this kid. The card looked perfect, and I figured, what the heck, I'll grade 1. I took the best one of the bunch and got a 10. So I've been trying to grade a lot of the rookies and see how we can do. Here's one of the ones that I did not think was going to get a 10. I pulled this out of a 2024 Heritage High Number Blaster box. Yeah, a blaster box. Heritage. And then, yeah, it's right. It says Topps Chrome right there. So these are the hidden gems. And this is a living set that Topps produces every year. And it is not on it's not an odd sheet anywhere. It's not on a, there's no checklist. They're hidden. They're hidden gems for a reason. And the only way you know what's there is when you find them. And there was a tiny little spot on the back at the bottom. It was just like a tiny little rough patch. It's hard to see here, but it's there. And it wasn't just like one spot. There was probably about a half dozen of just tiny little spots all on the bottom. And you can tell this is a really dark area on the top and bottom. So any type of miscut or outside of a perfect cut, that was going to be an issue. And I expected this one's going to get a 9.5. It might get a 9, but regardless, it's going to be in a slab. So we did get a 9.5. That was expected. I was hoping maybe for an outside shot at a 10. And then I got a handful of Skenes in here. So I have a bunch of his Tops Now cards. I just grabbed the best ones out of the bunch of them and just graded them. And a 10. I'm going to guess all of these are going to be 10s because they all looked amazing. And another 10. And this is the Rookie of the Year one. And a 10. As expected. All right, this one looked awesome. And this is a black border too. I was shocked at how good it looked, and I was shocked that I didn't think of grading it earlier. So this is a 2021 Topps Update Aaron Judge. This is the All-Star Game, the black border. And it looked really good, and they agreed. Super cool looking card. Just everything looks so perfect about it. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take my shot. And the last one. So I pulled this in the Topps Black, and there were a couple tiny little issues on the card. And I can't remember if it was on the back or the front, but there was definitely a couple little printing spots because these are thicker stock. So if they're rushing the cutting of the cards, I'm sure there's some miscuts. And I thought this one might get a 9, but I sent it anyways because I was hoping to be a 9.5 or 10. So we know the auto is going to be a 10 because he's got amazing auto, and his auto's the same all the time. We get a 9.5. I'm not going to complain about that at all. These come slabbed, in a mag, and I took it out of the mag to grade it because it's Wyatt Langford. It's his rookie, not his rookie, but his auto, and it's numbered. So I figured it was worth a shot. Well, that means I guess it was 50-50 on a 20 card order. There were a few of these that I knew weren't going to get 10s. So this was really about a 15 card order. And if I got 10 out of 15 in 10s, that's pretty good. There are a few of these I knew that weren't going to get 10s, and that's okay. But I was super happy for these. They got 9.5s. They got the grades I was expecting. There was a couple in here. I'm not sure why I didn't get a 10, but these 4 were basically the ones I was worried about. Some of these I'm not sure why they get 9.5s. I thought this one looked great. This one was a little off-centered. This was the one this is the 5th one that I thought might get a 9.5. So I was right on those 5, and that was basically my 15 that I thought were 10s. So that's actually not too bad. I'll take that. That's a decent submission. And even the ones that got 9.5s are good cards. So thanks a ton for hanging out for a tired old guy who for some reason couldn't sleep last night because of sinus issues. Coming up next, the video I was going to do today, I got these in. So I'm going to do a couple of these next. And for some reason, Target was like on point. I ordered them and they were here like 4 days later. That never happens. Usually I got to wait a month for those to get here. So I'm going to wrap this one up and ask humbly before you go, do me a huge favor, smash the like and subscribe button. Drop a comment. Which card did you like the best out of this? This one was mine. I'm a huge James Wood fan, and to get that in a 10 with a black border, that's fantastic. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. And until next time, get off my lawn, eat all your veggies, and as always, thank you for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and most importantly, stay awesome.